Oh, I don't. Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here playing some Aggro Vanar. I actually recorded this a while ago, but the sound wasn't really good, so hopefully the sound goes a little bit better now. And going into the first turn, I don't know if I want to keep the Jackstrewsite. The Jackstrewsite is rather a late game card. Although having one late game card is not bad, but these 4 cards are much better. So let's first replace the Jackstrewsite and see what I can grab. 2 Cryogenesis would be really nice grabbing the Crystal Cloakers from my deck. I could consider grabbing putting in another Vesper in the deck. It might be helpful since the Crystal Cloakers I tend to want to play out in the early game. But generally you just want to have at least one Vesper in your deck, something that you can cycle out with a replace mechanism. Just so you're maintaining your hand size. Oh, this Arclight Regalia is really big. I don't actually have a way to deal with this Regalia. I might just go with a Snowpiercer here, just so I can trade out the Regalia in the long run. That doesn't seem like a very appealing choice though, but I can't really use a Razorback. Saves my Tiger, so I could get rid of the Regalia now at the cost of everything in my deck. Not my deck, but on the board. I'll lose the Tiger, Primus Fist, and take some damage. This Regalia is just so good against aggro decks. I really need to ping it off with the Bloody Alchemist, but it's not really the case. I guess I should just go as a Snowpiercer. At least he's going to have to remove the Snowpiercer as well. So I'll put down Snowpiercer, just kind of put a counter to it, I guess. I might as well have attacked him with a Primus Fist. I don't know why I didn't make that choice. No, that was almost a mistake. If he let the Warbird happen, that would have been really brutal. I actually forgot I had a Warbird as well. That's actually pretty good in getting rid of artifacts. Now I think about it. Now let's get rid of that Razorback again. 2 Tigers. Now that means I can get rid of the artifact for sure. Although I do want to remove this Primus Shieldmaster. This is really awkward. I think the correct play here is to just let him get rid of the artifact, and I'll just attack with a Saberspine Tiger and use Warbird. It's just awkward all around. Oh, why didn't I get the Mesmerize? That'd be so good. I could use the Cryogenesis and Warbird and Mesmerize. That'd be really great. But I think I'm just going to use the Saberspine Tiger to remove that artifact of his. Yeah, I'm really behind now. I'll probably want to cycle out that Crystal Cloaker. I'm going to get another one anyway. Oh, he chose to take the damage. That's interesting. Well, that kind of that lines up perfectly with my Cryogenesis, so that's alright. Although I am taking quite a bit of damage. I do want to Cryogenesis first, so I won't draw into the same Crystal Cloaker next turn. So I'm guaranteed to get the Crystal Cloaker anyway, but having the replace means that I probably... Well, I made a mistake that I told myself not to do. I was supposed to use a Cryogenesis first. It just happens to get a Crystal Cloaker. I don't even get anything out of it because I already grabbed the Crystal Cloaker. So that was the worst mistake of my life. I'll just drop the Crystal Cloaker here. Oh my gosh! I'm done for. I'm done for. Holy Emotion, I guess, kills me. Yeah. Aw, man, I want to use Mesmerize later when I get the Warbird, and that's in a few turns, so I might as well get rid of these 2 cards. The Spelljammer. MVP lets me maintain my hand size while putting on the pressure. Headhunter. You are not MVP. This is kind of good because I do have the Bloodtear Alchemist to get rid of the Headhunter even if he kills the Primus Fist. And there is a chance that he's just going to attack me, but I'm not going to play around that. I'm going to try to get the Mana Springs, because those are much more important. I actually want to keep most of these cards. Yeah, I think I want to keep them. I'll just hold on to Spelljammer just in case my hand size goes down. Now this is an aggro matchup. I should probably be running Headhunters myself. It's really good with Heart Sister and Primus Fist, and a non-existent Healing Mystic. Yeah, I don't have Healing Mystics in my deck, so Headhunter might not be that great. Sometimes it just dies to the board. Well, 1 attack and 3 health minion, which isn't very useful in most cases, unless you get the buff off of it, but that pretty much guarantees some sort of follow-up with a Primus Fist or Bloodtear Alchemist. Now I think about it, it seems really, really good. Especially with Heart Sister, because that's a moving bomb that you can pretty much switch out with anything, and that's a 3/3 buff. A 3/3 minion for 2. Just insane. I don't really know what I'd switch with it though. Crystal Cloaker is better situationally because the condition is easier to fulfill. Maybe I should replace Jaxi, although I'm running Jax. Wait a minute, why am I running Jaxi? Maybe it's a better choice than Jaxi. Yeah, so there's a Primus Fist, it's kind of obvious. But he's not using much mana. Okay, let's get rid of Jax's True Sight. Jax's True Sight. So I can use a Blood Tier Alchemist to help clear off the board. I might be just playing these two guys. Fortunately, I'm helping him out with card draw, but I think as long as I have the board, I should have the advantage. He's only gained pretty much 3 attack over me, but I'm going to have the board going into the following turn. Yeah, so I'm going to just drop this. I'm not sure if I should actually run away. That seems like a weak move. I should actually put on the pressure by moving myself here. Although I could play around Mesmerize by not moving at all. Which would be really good if he has Mesmerize, but I don't know. I feel kind of fancy for having the ability to play around Mesmerize. No, I feel good about it, but no, it's probably not the best play. Although he's probably going to have a tough time getting rid of both of these minions. I would seriously doubt that he has exactly Cryogenesis and Blood Tier Alchemist. But I have a Mesmerize on my own, so he shouldn't be able to play around Mesmerize. It's actually kind of hard to play around Mesmerize. It's very rare in the situation that you have this opportunity to play around it. It only really happens when you're ahead on board, which I am. He probably should have used his board to clear off the Primus Fist instead of giving me that option to clear his board. Alright, let's see what's going down. Blood Tier. Oh, Heart Sister. I might just use Cryogenesis. Oh yeah. Heart Sister is also good with Warbird. Alright, so if I play out Cryogenesis, I actually get a Crystal Cloaker, which is pretty sweet. Then what would I replace? I'd probably want to replace a Chromatic Hold. I don't think there's actually any cards that I want to really use Chromatic Hold on. Apart from this Heart Sister, but that's kind of besides the point. Actually, I have a hard time imagining what I'd want. Well, Jaxi is not bad. It's a hard choice to say which one I want, really. He doesn't have Warbird next turn. I'll play a Jaxi since he just used a card to get rid of one of the Jaxi, so he probably doesn't have an answer to a second mini Jax. Alright, that is quite a bit of damage. 6 from hand. Mesmerize doesn't seem to be as good as I thought it would be. Oh, this guy's going all face. He's not really paying attention to the board. So I guess that's quite natural. Another Warbird. I did not expect that at all. I want fast cards now. I have a lot of damage at this point. So I could set up for kill the following turn. He's going to have Warbird this turn. I could deal 6 damage, so he'll be at 7. And I have a follow-up with 2 Chromatic Holds. Alright, maybe a Mesmerize will help me. But I'm going to try to prevent as much damage as I can and just go for these Tigers. It doesn't seem like the best play. I definitely was not expecting a Warbird. I guess I should expect Warbirds from Aqualine lore masters now, but I don't know. It's not really something that you would expect. I used to run a Twilight Sorcerer so I could grab more Warbirds. Well, maybe the lore master is a bit better. Oh my gosh, that's great. Actually, I can mesmerize myself, right? Nope, I cannot mesmerize myself. I can mesmerize this though. Oh, that is a mistake, bro. As long as he doesn't have a 1 mana creature play here. I think. Wait a minute. Well, I won because he made a mistake, but oh well. I'm going to take it. I'm not complaining. Okay, I'm always about disrupting my opponent's plays. Or their manas. Mesmerize is probably not the most useful. The Chromatic Code I definitely want to keep for some sort of high priority target. So, as usual, disrupting your opponent's plays or their potential to grab a mana spring is huge usually. So I'm going to switch out the Hearth Sister with this guy, because the general pretty much has a way to kill the Hearth Sister anyway. And I'll just take him out. Next turn I almost guaranteed, well, it's not actually almost guaranteed. Yeah, it seems pretty guaranteed that I get a Spelljammer and a Jaxi. Looks like he's going to use a General to get rid of my Hearth Sister. Then I should be able to follow up with a nice follow-up. I guess he has a Blood Tier Alchemist, that's why he would play it. Or Night Star Assassin, that seems to be a little bit more popular these days because of the Uprising of Vestruvian and the terrible obelisks. I don't really need a Chromatic Hold at this point because there aren't actually a lot of silence targets. I pretty much use it for the damage. I'll hold on to the Hearth Sister at this point. I don't really need to get rid of that Night Star Assassin just yet. Oh my gosh, you can have another Night Star Assassin. It's actually pretty good because the popularity is Spelljammer as well. Alright, that is brutal. Oh, I definitely want to use the Cryogenesis on the Blood Moon Priestess. Then after that, I just want to remove these guys. I'm surprised that he didn't remove the Hearth. Wait, what did he remove? I'm surprised he removed the Jaxi. That's kind of a weird choice. But oh well. I'm not complaining myself. If he wants to do that. And that's a really unusual choice. Deep Fire Devourer. Hopefully he doesn't run the AoE, I guess? I think it's fine if I just go for the Warbird removal of a Deep Fire Devourer. Yeah, I'll just do that. I don't really need a Chromatic Hold. Hopefully I can grab some sort of Razor. Oh, Snowpiercer is what I want to see. Alright, let's go for it. I can remove the Deep Fire Devourer pretty nicely with what I have. I just need to get in that Blood Tier Alchemist over here. Alright, that was a tense moment. Alright, I managed to get off. If he does run AoE, then this is pretty much almost a perfect opportunity to use it. If not, oh man, I forgot about this guy. I didn't fit in the Crystal Cloaker. Oh well. So he can get rid of the Jaxi. Didn't quite have enough time there. Well, I guess he's okay with that. If he missed his turn 2 though, then he would probably play a 4-drop, I would imagine. Sunsteel Defender is a card. I could remove the Spelljammer, technically. Not really many high priority targets for Silence or Dispel in Magmar, so I think I would just get rid of it. It might have a more useful option later. Or I pretty much hope that these tech cards pretty much get grabbed when they are needed. A class that really needs a silence, something like a Mechzor class or Vetruvian with the structures, you don't really want to hold on to them because they're not going to swing your game in your favor that much, even if they're useful. And if you're not using them, then you're just holding on to a dead card, which is definitely not cool. I guess he has to wait to get rid of the mini jacks, otherwise there's no real reason to play out the attack. That was very strange. Not going to lie about that. I guess I can remove one of those Snowpiercers. If he's going to play it slow like this, he has 6 cards, so he's actually not going to get any benefit from the Spelljammer. So I can just play that out. I could consider holding on to a Blood Tier Alchemist. but I think the extra damage is actually quite useful. Although I could expect a Spirit Harvester, but this will play around the Spirit Harvester quite nicely because he won't be able to grab the Mana Spring like this. Ah, double Snowpiercers. That's an 8 attack general that's coming in. Whoa. He had a ton of 2-drops. Wonder why he played like that. Not going to lie, that was a little bit weird. That means that, well, I don't really have an opportunity to play 2 Snowpiercers at the moment. And the Razorback could be useful in the future, although I do want to get rid of the Razorback. I could use a second Spelljammer just to maintain my hand size again. Just continue to maintain the hand size, yeah. So I'm going to just drop down this healing, not healing, this Spelljammer as well, and just going to keep on hammering on this guy. I don't need to be afraid about both Spelljammers dying, really, since, you know, I have 2 of them. I'm not going to play scared, and I might as well take damage while I can. Oh yeah. And it feels like old Duelyst having a Spelljammers and Jack's True Sights, Saber Spine. Wait, what? Not Saber Spine attack, as well as talking about Razorbacks and Jack's True Sights. It's a most amazing combo. I just love playing out of Jack's True Sight. Although, it's kind of hit or miss because some people run AoE. Although I do find that AoE is a little bit less common these days. Okay, so he does have a way to get rid of Spelljammer. That's good for him. I do have enough damage in the future. I can deal 8 this turn, and then the Saber Spine Tiger and Snowpiercer next turn would take it out. It's kind of a risky play though. Not really, it's actually like going for the lethal is always a good play. Although I'm not really in danger of dying, but it's yeah, going for lethal is definitely the better play, and I won't necessarily get a better opportunity to do so. Though playing on Dancing Blades is also nice, since I'm still a little bit of ahead on board. Yeah, but you can, if you can go for a lethal next turn, you might as well, right? Yeah, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it! These days, Magmar does run Earth Spears. It seems like a popular choice for some reason. I don't really think so. I'm really banking on that he doesn't run Earth Sphere. He definitely wants to remove the artifact this turn. I suppose if he's not running, or if he's not really playing proactively, then it's good. Alright. That is kind of interesting. Like, he does know that he just dies to board, right? I guess that's not necessarily death to the board. Alright, never mind. He played well. He played well, but not quite enough. He had too slow of a start, which is kind of weird because he was only playing 2 and 3 drops the whole game. He's not going to be happy about the Chromatic Cold. Chromatic Colds are definitely very, very useful against Vitruvian. I might as well keep another Chromatic Cold since I'm already using one this turn, so I might as well go for the second Obelisk Destruction. Although it's still beneficial to remove the obelisks because it does remove one of his spawn points pretty much. And some high priority removal targets might come about. I don't have to use a Chromatic Code for that. I can actually remove it with the Heart Sister, which is probably the better play because removing the structure is actually quite important. Since it does give him a spawn point in case he's running just Pyromancers and the Starfire Scarabs. You definitely want to you do want to proactively remove options for him to play something that can go out of control quickly. Attempt to remove one of these guys. But I'm indeed okay keeping those cards, so nah, it's probably not the best play. I've been doing pretty well removing his structures, although I am running out of cards a little bit, just a little bit. But I do have the Cryogenesis, which will give me a Crystal Cloaker, and the Warbird will close out the game quite nicely. Should definitely keep in mind about playing around the Warbird. People usually are pretty good about it these days, though. I personally would never play around it because I kind of stink. I can remove it quite easily. That's nice. Let's just use a Cryogenesis. I can probably remove a Chromatic Cold. I probably won't be expecting too much in the sense of silence targets in the future. At least that's a hope. Then let's just remove the structure just to limit his options. And I'll drop that Crystal Cloaker. I can use the Warbird next turn. I do want to limit his options to go backwards, so my Infiltrate would get some good use. Bone Swarm would really do a lot to hurt me right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen. On 7, that's a little bit weird. I did not expect that card at all. I'm guessing he's running some sort of artifact guy. But I think I'm just going to push damage, so it's not going to be much of a big deal at this point. Drax Drusai is also quite nice. Distruving typically doesn't have a way to get rid of Drax Drusai, so I like to play him. Even though I'm not getting value out of the Warbird, I don't necessarily have the ability to threaten lethal very soon. I'll just deal like 3 more damage this turn. So Drax Drusai might do a nice job in just taking off that damage. I don't really want these Blood Tier Alchemists as well. It seems like he has the ability to remove almost 2. It should still do a good job in clearing him out. I scared of one of the blood. Wait, can I kill him with the Blood Tier Alchemist? No, probably not. But I can remove the Amora Healer just with these guys, which is nice. It's going to get that thing, but oh well. Double Snowpiercer. Even getting out the big Dying Wish guy won't really help him much, since it's not exactly an instantaneous effect, I believe. 1-7 is a very, very strong card. It's just that, I don't know. Yeah, I guess more people should run it in a big Abyssian deck, but it doesn't seem that common. Maybe because it's a really expensive card. Alright, so he does have the Rasha's Curse. Oh, he doesn't expect this damage from Chromatic Cold. Wow, he managed to remove both the artifacts. That's quite surprising. Wait, no. That wasn't a second Rasha's Curse, my bad. Provoke Shieldmaster. Well, I can kill him, so that's fine. Alright, that's the last game! Hello, welcome to the end of the video. If you saw what you enjoyed, then be sure to switch out the Heart Sister with the Bloodshard Golem over here. And if you're feeling like you want to subscribe to my channel, then be sure to mesmerize the opponent's general onto this spot. See ya!